Good morning, everybody. Cheers. Nice hot coffee. No coffee this morning. Well, I've already had my coffee this morning. And I'm on one coffee a day now at the moment. And I'm already feeling the lack of my second coffee. But, yep, water. I'm drinking water. 3 p.m. What? Bad madness? I don't know. What? I don't know what that's about. So hi everyone. Yeah, it's going to be a fun, uncaffeinated or mildly caffeinated stream today. And I'm pretty sure it's going to end in a disaster of some description. Yeah. So, how's everyone been? How's everyone's week? Hope everyone's been okay. Ooh, some faces I haven't seen in a while on the stream. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. Joe 42 is visiting family in Niagara Falls. Wow. I may have to drop out unexpectedly. As long as you don't drop out off the falls, that'd be bad. But cool. Holidaying, nice. Anyone in Lurker's Lounge come in and say hi? Lurker's, oh right, anyone lurking come and say hi? Oh, Kevin, hello Kevin. Must be the weather. We're not tea back. What is this conversation? I'm clearly missing some of the conversation. Embedded Hobbyist is having a glass of moo juice and chocolate biscuit. Yum. Yum. Now I'm hungry. Oh, so I've got some news before we start, but I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. See who else pops in first. So I'm just looking at Discord. I can't do with that now. Caffeine finds your lack of faith disturbing. Who? What? Caffeine finds my lack of faith? I don't know. Is my brain not working this morning? It's possible. It's very possible. Okay. I don't know. I'm having trouble following the conversation. Logo auto-reactive 2 like crystal matrix. Yeah, that's not going to work. Oh, only one coffee. Well, I'm trying to cut down on my coffee. Yes, I've it has just turned out that I'm only having one a day at the moment, through no actual like I'm not deliberately trying to only have one a day, but for the last week and a bit, I've ended up only having one a day through being busy or whatever, or the weather, or I just hadn't felt like it, and so I'm just continuing it. But the one I had this morning was at 5 o'clock this morning, and it's worn off completely already. So I might not make it through today with just the one coffee. It's a Star Wars reference. Which is a Star Wars reference? What? Dewey to you, Johnny. Is that what? Where's it? Okay, I don't know what's going on. So, can everyone see this audio reactive? So this is not WLED, this is my own code doing audio reactive right now, and you can hit the IO0 button and it goes through different patterns. This one will speed up faster, this one's just a volume based one. And then we've got boxies, and then we've got just a standard-y type display, and that one is ripples. And the source code for that is available because I haven't even said hi to everyone in the chat, I'll do that in a moment. But because it is now on my store, although I haven't listed any stock for it. I will do that later today. there's the link. Oh, actually, that's a link for it. Anyway, I've got it on the store. And I've got a bit of a pinout diagram, and that's what comes in the kit. And I've even made an assembly guide, assembly video for the kit, and I've even got a GitHub repo already for it that has the shipping firmware, Arduino stuff, and also I'm hosting the pre-built firmware for WLED. It's got you can't see the bottom of the instructions. There we go. It's got instructions for flashing it. So you don't have to set up WLED like I did last week. You can just download these and flash your board, and you'll have WLED with audio reactive stuff. So yeah, exciting. I finally got my backside together and got this out, and I've for now I've solved the cutting the acrylic, and I don't have to clean the acrylic. I got a new honeycomb bed that sits on top of my current bed, which is clean. I also cleaned my other honeycomb bed, which helped a little bit, but I've got a brand new one which doesn't stain the acrylic when it's cutting. There's no flame because there's no gunk on there. So that's pretty exciting. So anyway, Light Crystals it's currently a sign up. If you want to get one, you want to be first in line, not first, but there's already people there, but if you want to get one at the start, sign up. Hello, Mr. England. Okay, let's go through and say hi to folks in chat, because I didn't do that, and I should have done that first. I'm discombobulated. Christian, Moo, Dishipu, hello. Yumbo Prime, hi. Peter, good morning. Yeah, yuck, it was raining this morning. It's supposed to be warm today. I'm in shorts. Oh! But yeah, it was a bit yuck this morning. Antonio, hello. Graham, g'day. Rat Madness, hi. Embedded Hobbyist, hello. Joe42, on holidays. So jealous. Johnny, hello. Beata, hello. Bad Mink. Ray, hi. Cable Tie is in the house. Never fear. Cable Tie is here. Michael, good morning. Dave's MC Chips. Yum. Now I'm hungry again. Sid, hello. Didier, hello. Good morning. Or good afternoon, evening. Kevin, it's definitely the weather. I hope you're well. Bob, hello Bob. Instant Arcade. Steve from STG Electronics, hello. X Micron, hi. Mr. England. Moo. I think that's everyone who's spoken in chat anyway. I'm just going backwards. Cool. So Cable Tie says, what are we doing today? We are going to... Sion has been motor driver shopping. So I'm still working on my... Okay, does everyone remember... Okay, I got my omnidirectional base thing that I hadn't forgotten about. And the STM32 controller board that came with it doesn't work. Excuse me. So I started designing on a stream actually a while ago a new controller board for this, and I've actually made quite a bit of progress. It's still not finished design-wise, but it's getting close. But I know that just because with everything else I've got on at the moment, I know it's going to be ages before I get to actually finish it, and the first version probably won't even work, and I don't even know if the motor drivers are going to handle it and whatever. And so I thought while I wait, I would get myself some new motor drivers that I could try hooking up. Motor drivers that I know will work. And so I got 2 different types of motor drivers. These are big chunky drivers, right? Very different to the little tiny ones you on the stepper compatible boards. Hello Dave, how you doing? And so I got 3 of these because I will probably blow one of them up, and I've got 3 of these because I'll probably blow one of them up. And I've put links to both in the description of the live stream, although I will put them both in here as well in chat for those that are interested. These are obviously affiliate links, so feel free to buy lots of drivers. So that first link is for the green, this one, the green heatsink one. I'll show you the links to them in a moment. And then this one is for the black heatsink one. Crazy idea looking at this platform. You could mount a charm high component dispenser on it to shoot resistors. But they're so small I won't even be able to see them or find them. I'll get one in my eye. So these are much higher current ones than, where did I put? Right, there they are. Let me just switch to here. So this is the green one. So apparently, these are 9 to 30 volt, 60 amp, dual H-bridge, or full H-bridge, dual DC motor drivers. The green ones, and then the black ones, as in the black heatsink ones, are 5 to 12 volt, and I believe they're only like 30 amps maybe, or what are they? They're a lower amperage than the other one, but I don't believe the other one is 30 amps. So
Fartman says loud noises everyone.
Hey Christian. 0201 machine gun. Well, I'd rather not shoot things from it, well, not components anyway, but I really want to get this thing moving around. I've got that LiDAR that I bought ages ago, although I might update it to a better LiDAR, and stick a camera on it, and I want it to be able to move around my office, whatever, for whatever reason, I don't know, and chat controlled would be fun, like Tanky was. This was supposed to be the replacement for Tanky, because Tanky was terrible. So these are beefy controllers, and I figured, well, you know, maybe if I can hook 2 of these up, which will give me 4 motors, get a Pro S3 hooked up as well to control them and to be able to read the encoders, and maybe I want to start with at least getting 1 motor working today, 1 motor spinning around. But if we can get all 4 motors spinning, that'd be great. That is the plan. But I've already run into my first stumbling block, of course. Digital photographer follows you around, streams a day in the life of Sion. The 60 amp one must have very good Chinese connectors, as they don't look like they could take 60 amps. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't believe it 60 amps at all. So, you know, yeah. I don't. I've seen people who have actually like used this particular one. That's why I bought them. They were more expensive than the other ones. Not that they're that expensive, but I've seen people use this and drive quite large motors with them. So it takes 20 AAA batteries. Anyway, so I've already got my first stumbling block, and it's a code issue, of course. When is it not with me? But maybe some folks here will be able to help me through it. But I started putting together just a basic bit of code, a motor controller, a motor class, and whatever. And the initial thing I'm stuck on, obviously, is that you don't seem to be able to do interrupts, call interrupts in a class. Or if you can, I can't work out how to do it. So that's a problem, because to read the encoders, I really want each motor to take care of reading their own encoder, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I'm thinking I'm going to have to set up the interrupts for each encoder, just in the main code, which sucks. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get to that in a moment. So my plan today, as I said, is to hook up one of these motors to start with. See if I can get one of them spinning. Don't know which one. And I've got a 12 volt power supply at the bench here. I've got all my motor drivers, Pro S3, a whole bunch of wires, and should be everything I need to get a motor spinning. Forgot the smiley. Now, you really don't want to see a day in the life of Sion, because most of the video will be a shot of me sitting at my desk going, right? So, yeah, not worth it. I'm just going to move this out and put it in here for now. Unless someone can let me know how to, yeah, how I can call an interrupt in a class. Periodizers must be static functions. Can't do C+ features until it's jumped to the function. Yeah, that's what I figured. What? I saw motor 1. Does that mean I need the, it won't work with member functions? Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to have to, yeah, okay. Okay, let's just do, so I'm going to need an int get and a void set encoder position. Oh, right. No, not set. I want change encoder position, and that's going to be a direction. So I've been using this thing called Fitten. Has anyone heard of Fitten? Fitten code chat. So it's kind of like one of those, whatever, AI inside your Visual Studio Code. Kind of not really Copilot, kind of like Cursor, kind of like whatever. Doesn't matter. Technically, you can ask it to write code for you or whatever, but that's not what I'm using it for, because that's not what its main feature is. So the main feature of Fitten, if you don't know what it is, catch you later, Joel42, have fun, is that you can, it does auto-completion for you, but it's not API level auto-completion, it's code auto-completion based on what, or not just code, but just based on what you're doing. It understands the context of what you're doing, and it suggests what the next line will be when you're writing code. So it happens real time, and it's like sometimes it gets in the way, but sometimes it's actually quite clever. I'll show you in a moment how clever it can be. But let me just can anyone read the code that I'm writing right now? I hope so. Current, helps I spell, current position plus equals dir. Oh my god, Clang, you nasty. Okay, then here I would just go bloody hell. You need to be able to actually type though for it to work. -1, and encoder 2 is 30, will be 39. Hey Bruce, you might be able to make what you had before working using include functional interrupt. Okay, I need an example. I need it like to look at example, like a full implementation of the code. Honestly, otherwise, hang on, motor 1, encoder 2 is 39. So I probably don't need yeah. Coding stream is the best. It's super cool for napping and house for napping. Thanks. Really, you're a 5G receptor now? Wait. No, that's not. No, sorry. I need both. 38, because okay, so the interrupt happens on, so I know I could use pulse counter for this. Oh, Michael just posted something. Oh, why didn't that open? That link's not opening. Copy link. Why is it not opening? Oh, here we go. What is this? These be the libraries, examples, GPO, functional interrupt, class button. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what? So, let's leave that. Let's go back to here. Undo. Save. Undo. Okay, so, where'd that go? Go away. So what do I need? I need functional interrupt. Wait, oh, it did open all the way over here behind. Well, that was really helpful. I probably don't want it there. I probably want it in the header. So I know that I'm supposed to be wiring stuff up and not working on code, but once I wire stuff up, I won't have any code to run on it. So I might as well just quickly get this kind of working. So I need to do so when I do an attach interrupt, that's the pin, I do a standard bind. Right. I know it's not button. I know it's not button, but I'll fix it in a second. So it'll be motor. But hang on. Wait. Well, Michael, this is doing it to the class. Is that doing it? It's not doing it to the instance. That's doing it to the class. If I've got 4 motors defined, that's not binding it to the instance though, is it? The bind binds it to the instance? Oh, because of the this? Right. Okay. Hey Sean, or this, yes, this is Tanky V2. Right, so that then should fire and do this. Okay. I wouldn't know what this was. Right, okay. That's really cool. Because that just makes everything fully self-contained. And now I don't need any of this, so I can get rid of that. Does it still, but okay, so it doesn't have to, does it have to be static? The actual, this here doesn't have to be static, does it? Not static, right. That would be if it was class-based. See, I still don't know how to code. Never will. Never will. Overrated. So this is pretty basic. It's just setting up pins for the encoders and PWM A and B. And there's a stop, which stops it. There's a move and a speed, and I'm clamping the duty cycle because both of those motor drivers I don't believe can go higher than 98%, or they go boom, hello, blam. Who needs coding skills when you ask ChatGPT? Ah, no, ChatGPT is not good at coding, sorry. Not good at all. And this is just to read the encoder. And I hope I understand this correctly with the encoder. There's 2 pins for the encoder, so it can, and to determine a pulse and which way it's spinning, you fire the interrupt on 1 pin. So if it passes 1 and then you read the second pin to see if it's high or low, it will determine if it was going left or right. So you get the count and then you get the direction from the second pin. I hope that's right. I was looking at using the pulse counter. SP32's got a pulse counter. I couldn't work it out. It was an absolute mess. I was kidding, can't help. You don't have to stream chat to check your code. I occasionally will, you know, chat with ChatGPT about stuff, but it's really, sometimes it just does some really stupid things. Right, so I was going to show you, I'll show you a video I recorded. I know that's bizarre, that I was sending to someone else about the, about how cool Fitting is. I want to show you what Fitting did. What it did. That's really funny. Is that it? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to put it over here. It's just a video. It's no big deal. I was writing. I'm going to get it smaller. So I was working on the documentation for light crystals, right? And so I'm just going to play this. This was to someone, right? Sorry. So here we go. So you know how I was talking to you about Fitting on the phone the other day? I want to show you this. I'll give you a really good example of what it's good for. So I'm putting together just a README for some flashing some firmware, and you need ESP tool. So I can write, if you don't have ESP tool, you can install it using pip, right? So I just go tab, and it does that for me, right? Or download it from Look at that. And it even does proper markdown for the stuff. There you go. I didn't have to write any of that. It anticipated what I wanted and it just filled it in. I mean, how clever is that? If you would like to build WLED, I can't spell, from source, please follow the instructions at. There you go. And I just need to fix that because I can't spell. That is just wicked. So how cool is that? So I'm using it for autocomplete, and it'll autocomplete your code or whatever you're working on. Like, it just saves heaps of typing, and it's really smart. Like, very rarely does it do something that isn't what I want. Yes. And but everything it suggests is totally reasonable. It just might not be the thing that I wanted. But yeah, I just, if you don't have ESP tool, and it just automatically fills the rest of it in. Anyway, it's good at code documentation. It's very bad at code refactoring, really bad at code refactoring, and it's terrible at code extraction. Like, if you give it some code and say, I want you to extract these things and put it in its own class in a separate file, it moves half the things to a separate file and it deletes the rest, and then it changes your code and changes your function names. Like, it's really bad at doing stuff like that. Anyway, I just thought it was really cool. I've been using it for a few weeks, and yeah, and just most of the time it just does a really great job of anticipating what I need. Okay, so the question is, will this actually compile? Let's see if it compiles. If it compiles, we'll start hooking some stuff up. Okay, it compiled. Well, okay, now I should actually just let me flash it as well. So I'm gonna, okay. I'm just flashing the ProRes 3. Why is that upside down? That's interesting. I need to rotate that. That's a better direction. Okay, let's put it on ProRes 3 and and I was in download mode, so I need to reset it. And there we go, we've got a red RGB LED, and then it went green. I hope you saw that, which is correct. So it goes red at the start, and then there's a delay just for serial to be able to kick in, and then it goes green. And I didn't have the serial output open. If I reset it, we should have it come up with a serial message after 2 seconds. Or not, maybe 2 seconds isn't long enough. I'll make it 3. And we don't need to wait. Okay, so, oh, Pac-Man, waka 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 waka. Just want to make sure that I get serial output. Can everyone read the code on this? Like, I've made all the font bigger. Hopefully it's big enough. What? That's a good one. Why did it do that? I have something else open. I've got Arduino IDE open. I wonder if I've got the serial terminal open. Maybe I do need to wait. Anyway. still don't know if I'm getting serial output. Come on. Yep, set up. Okay, good. So that's ready to go, although I won't do anything yet. So let's do some wiring. Let's go to here. Unplug it for the moment. So we have to pick. So I've got this just sitting on a hot plate, just so it's off the table. So if I do power up one of the wheels by accident, it'll not run away on me. I can't get the camera any higher though, unfortunately. So I need to work out which ribbon is going to, we'll do this motor here, and that is this one on this side, right. So this cable here should be this motor, I believe. And so what I'm going to do is, for the moment, I'm going to stick a pin in it. So if I move that so one can see it, let's get this out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh my gosh. Get out of the way. You're the one to get out of the way. That's what the motor driver's for. Okay, do I have a extinguisher nearby? I've got a fire blanket nearby. Oh. I've got a fire blanket. It's sitting right here on the table, ready to go. I'll even take it out of the bag. There you go, fire blanket. Actually, I'll put it on the floor. There you go, okay. Okay, so the pinout of the motor. That's a very good point. I kind of need that, don't I? Safety third. Let me find. I will open up. So you'll see the browser in a moment. It's going to find it. I've got to hunt through a lot of stuff. Sorry, I'm just going through my list of orders, which you really don't want to see. I mean, you might want to see, but I don't want you to see. Okay, so let's go back to here. What I'm looking for is, this is where I bought, is that the one? I just want to look at the, I need the pinout for the motor. For this is what I need. Is it going to give me the pinout? No. Well, that's not good. I mean, if it's on the motor, I can't tell because they're back to back, so I can't see inside. But I want to know what the pin order is. I'm assuming if it just plugs directly into the board, then I should be able to, like here, the motor driver, A, B, C, and D. So what's the pins on those? Well, that's not very useful. I know he sells, pretty sure he sells the wheels and the motors separately. It was on the left side. What? On the left side where? Left side where? The wheels and the wheels go up in smoke. Sorry, Johnny, I don't know where. Left side. In the wiring diagram. Where's halfway down? Halfway down what, the whole page? You were wrong. Ah, were you talking about this? Mechanism wheel motor wiring? That's not it. No, okay. Oh, wait, was that a link to the wheels? Hang on. I thought he had a link to the products. Wheel motor parts. Right, I think these are different motors though. They're different motors. They're different motors. That looks like it. So please be a pinout. There we go. Yes. Okay, motor plus, motor minus, VCC, A and B. Okay, so except how am I going to know which one is plus and which one is minus? Well, that's going to be a pain. Let's go back to here. So I'm just orienting it the right way so that one there is ground. So I just need to trace it around, so it's the outside. The out. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong motor. Damn it. Try it again. Ground is this one. The center. Okay, this should be ground. I'm pretty sure. Get in. I'm pretty sure that's ground. Which means we're going to then have, that should be 3.3 volts. That's for the encoder. So for those that want to follow along at home, God, listen to make it sound like what's his name. That's the link to. Oh no. Okay, that's the link to the page I'm looking at with the motor, and so I'm wiring it up. So plus I'm going to do blue is motor plus, green is motor minus, and then I need A and B. I'll do yellow and white. If for encoder. White. Okay. That is hopefully the wiring. Hopefully. What could go wrong? Yeah, exactly. STG Electronics is playing along at home. As in, really? I thought you would have been yawning by now. This is far from interesting. Okay, so which motor controller am I using? Am I going to go this one or this one? I've seen these ones working. This one I haven't. I like these because they're smaller, much smaller, but it doesn't really matter because I can fit 2 of them on here. So maybe we'll go the big one. I'm gonna have to look at the wiring for this one. The Tanky Flames edition. Yes, well, yep.
Cian, Chad has disconnected.
Oh, be quiet. Okay, so it's out the way just for the moment, so you can kind of maybe see what I'm doing. I don't know. Do I need a common ground? So we've got, on this motor drive, there's an A and a B power. So there's an A and power and a B motor. So it's not very long, these wires. Well, that's interesting. Okay, let me just open all these. Wow, these really crappy screw terminals, let me tell you. Really crappy. They move around like they're not. Anyway, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to go motor A. And then we need, so that's power. Power minus, power plus. Obviously not connected yet. Okay, we're not doing motor B at the moment. Then we've got okay, so orange is 3.3 volts. I'm going to actually do it off the second LDO. And ground is ground. Surprise, surprise. And then the 2 encoders were 38 and 30, well, no, what was it? Yeah, 38 and 39. I don't know if I've got them in the right order, doesn't matter. 38 and 39. Okay. And I need to wire up the, it's a bit high. Anyway, so I need to wire up A. Oh, I need another 3.3 volts, do I? Really? A and B, in 1, in 2. And I need female pins I don't have. Okay, let me just get some headers, wires. Can't talk. Brain, no good. Okay, there's 4. Okay, so what's the bang in the background? Hey Mike, the bang in the background is my garage door. It's windy outside, and that's not it. That's actually quiet. Like I didn't even notice it was happening. Yeah, it's that's quiet. Believe it or not. Okay, so I've got well, let's at least get the encoders ones going. Would have been good if I used the same color scheme. Doesn't matter. What did I do? Pin numbers 7 and 8. I think I did. 7 and 6. Yep, 7 and 6. So. Whoa, that was my tummy grumbled. Get out of the way. I should have used longer wires. Oh well. 7 and 6 will go to in 1 and in 2, which is in 1, in 2. What is, oh, there's an enable and a CT. What is the, I don't even know what the pinout is on this. Need to go to, hey Spookswood. Nothing, you haven't missed anything yet. I haven't started blowing stuff up yet. I'm just wiring it up now, so it won't be far. Oh, you can't see that. Sorry, I apologise. I'm looking at this. You don't understand the pinout. Where's the... Really? So lots of pictures, but no description of what is what. Yeah, that's really not helpful at all. Did I promise? I didn't. Well, I figured I'm going to set something on fire, but I'm not promising. I'm hoping not. So that's really useless in terms of the. So what's the CT pin for? So there's a V plus, which is. Can everyone see that picture? Wait, maybe there's a better one. Yeah, okay. So V plus will just be, that's the logic level signal coming in. That'll be 3.3 volts and ground. In 1 and in 2. So I'm using this row, the A row. In 1 and in 2, and then there's obviously an enable, which I haven't got anything hooked up for that, and then I don't know what CT is for. The fire blanket's out. I've got a fire blanket. No bucket. A woofler. What's a woofler? 3D printer woofler. Okay, I don't know what to do about wiring those up. What does it say? Use control ordinary motors. Versatile control hazards. Useless. Useless. Okay, I'm gonna need to find a wiring diagram for it, but I don't even know what the model. There's no model. Big Clive Flame Gen. I'm obviously way behind the time. Brand name, Vackind. Vackind motor driver pinout. No, wiring. Oh my god, motor driver. Wiring. I think it was better when I had the other search. Vackind motor driver. Really? You reckon I can fluke a picture of the right motor driver? I didn't know what it's called. Clearly that doesn't work. The Vackind. AliExpress. Oh god. Can we see a picture of it? Anywhere? Well, this is frustrating. I know there's a video, drone bot, I think. YouTube drone bot workshop. Motor driver. Right, there it is. It's because I watched this a while ago, and that's why I saw this driver. Okay.
Sure.
With Light and Easy, you could be cooking.
There we go. I need to see. Oh, you know what? He might have a article with code. Okay, wait. He might have it in his article. He does some good posts to follow up with his thing. So he does a comparison of a whole bunch of different drivers. Right, here we go. CT is, that's a current monitor. Okay. Yeah, do not exceed 98% speed. Enable held high. Hey cable tie, you off to work? Enjoy work. So you have to do it. So enable, I need to hold high. Well, I'm gonna have to connect that to something to do that. So this orange one, I'm gonna have to. God, it's getting annoying. Where am I going to put it? I'm just going to stick it in number 8 for now, and 3. Red goes to the voltage, and I need another pin for ground. Need one more for ground. Think I can find one. How annoying. No. Oh, come on. That'll do. That'll do. If I can squeeze it in, move over. Lucky I break out lots of ground pins on my boards. Ground. I don't know if these are all going to stay together. I really don't know. So 8. So 8 needs to be pulled high. Move that off there. So motor driver, uint 8t, enable, no. See, sometimes it does things I don't want. Enable and okay. Pin mode enable is an output. And it will be digital write enable high. Okay. Should I put that after? Okay. So that should need to make sure map doesn't go over 240. Okay, good idea. Constrain 0 to 40. Why is that not that color? Anyway, zoom back to my mechatronic days at school. Hello, Anonymuso. Anonymuso. Pretty sure I probably got that wrong, and I apologize. Okay, so this might theoretically work. I'm gonna plug, so I've got no power going to the motor controller yet. Okay. I'm gonna plug that in just so I can reflash it. Nope, what didn't it like? Oh, right. I didn't pass the extra variable, so it's going to be 8. Oops, 8. Video's still up. Another one is where the whole gang tries. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Anyway, bunny video on the run. Okay. So, we are got power supply, blue light, 12 volts. I've got a blue light on here. I guess that's an LED for something. I guess all I can do is plug it in. What could go wrong? Wait, the grounds have to be shared, don't they? I don't know if that will be, wait, I better check. What do you do with his wiring? Oh, sorry about that. What's he got? He's got ground to ground. Okay, he doesn't have anything going over the top. Okay. He's not setting up his power here. He's not... Why didn't he do voltage over? And he's not doing enable. Interesting. Hey, Fat Boys Aviation. Enable is pulled high internally to the motor voltage. Is it? Right, so if that's the case, I'm going to unplug the enable and I'm going to unplug the voltage. He's not using them. I'm quite happy to not have them connected if I don't need it. So he's just got ground and the two ins. Okay. So it says in the text. Yeah, I haven't. Okay, yeah, I haven't read all the text. Okay, thank you for reading it. I appreciate it. So I'm just going to plug it in. It might go pop. Is everyone recording? Wait, I'll go. Let me go full. Let me go full in case it goes pop. You ready? I'm a bit worried. Power. Didn't go pop. There's no pop. No smoke. Now that's correct. It shouldn't be doing anything because it should be stopped. Jesus. What's that noise? Cable falling. Oh my god. Okay, so not panicking at all. No. So that's correct because it should start up stopped. So we should go mode to 1 dot move. We'll tell it to go 25% and tell it to go true for forward. I know it's got to reflash it every time for the moment. That's okay. We can worry about that later. I do. I have a setting things on fire trauma. So this should just make it move 25% speed. I don't know what frequency the PWM is set to. Hang on. That's an interesting thing. What's he done in his code? He's using an Arduino. I don't know what the default frequency is. Hey JF, how you doing? Well, let's find out. Let's just flash it and see what happens. I can always pull the power. I should have put a delay, then put a stop. Oh! 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 Oh my gosh, that's nice and quiet. Relatively quiet. So why don't we do this? We'll do a stop. I think someone's unloading a truck outside now. And then we'll tell it to go backwards 50 and delay. Let's just make it do that and just loop around back and forwards. Okay. Wow, that was, yeah. Forward, stop. No. Flashing. Okay, okay. I'm just going to reflash it with no code, so it won't do anything. Okay, so checking the heatsink. No, it's fine. I was scared to look at it. I was scared to touch it. So now we want to know, I want to know if the motor encoder is working. So how are we going to do that? So I've got to get position. Wait, I had to get position. Get encoder position. Did I even? Oh. Right. So I probably want to int get encoder position, return current position. Okay, so we want to unsigned long unsingled. Really? See, look at that last time. That'll do. So let's tell it to. We're going to print out printf current pos is that get encoder position. Really? Next line? No. Okay. Motor 1 pos. And then do that, and then we're going to tell it to start moving. I just want to see where it starts. It should be 0. I'm going to say while. So I don't know how fast it's going to. Yep. That sounds good. No. No. What am I doing? I don't want a while. If it's less than 2500, we're going to print it, else we're going to stop. Like, I don't know how fast it's going to. How fast it's going to count, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't know what its rate is. Does that make sense? Ooh, it's not updating the position. So this interrupt's not working. So unless I don't have them wired in properly. Hey, Chris. Does it need a pull-up? I mean, maybe. Maybe I need to do it on the falling edge. Put it on falling. I can turn it while it's running, that's good. So maybe I can, let's try that. I should be getting something. Is your interrupt function getting called? Maybe increment a global and see if it changes. Yeah, maybe. This is cringe and painful to watch. Okay, well, you're welcome to not watch, Marcus. See ya. I'm assuming I can use interrupts on 38 and 39. I need to make it volatile, don't I? Oh, wait. Interesting, he's not complaining that I haven't declared that. Anyway. CCW. Counterclockwise. Actually, can I serial print from it? From the interrupt? Oh, we'll find out. Not declared 0 position. What's not declared 0 position? There's a... Hello, John. How you doing? Okay. Oh. Okay. Need to. You were sitting there spamming serial. Doesn't like flashing when it does that. It can sometimes crash interrupts. As long as I just want to see it do something on the interrupt to know it's fired. That's not firing an interrupt. If it is, it's serial's not working. So pin 1. Yeah, it's not working. I can't get the scope all the way over to here. That's not going to happen. But yeah, I can just do this. Just hold on. I'll just read them anyway and see if I can trigger. Oh. You might not like flashing it again. We'll see. Yeah. Oh, it did start. Damn it. It started flashing when I wasn't looking. Yeah, my scope is about 5 or 6 meters away. So, unfortunately, not really. Except it's not happening fast enough. Oh! Pin state 1. It's definitely changing. Okay, so let's try both. Let's get both. I'll turn the other bit off. Encoder, pin 1 state, pin 2 state. Oops. Come on, encoder 2. Interesting. So encoder position 2 is changing, but encoder position 1 isn't, which is why it's not firing. So is there a wiring problem? It's quite possible. I'm unplugging the power. 38, 39, 38. These are definitely connected. This is a problem with the cable. see, you can see that state 2 is changing, but not state 1. Maybe I didn't initialize it the right numbers. 38, 39. Encoder 1, encoder 2. Encoder 1, encoder 2. And I'm doing the interrupt on number 1. So it's not liking 38. Maybe I can't do... How's the encoder supposed to work? So it... What do you mean how's it supposed to work? As in how am I reading the data? So I'm doing a interrupt on number 1. There's 2 encoder pins. So either of the encoder pins fires, you know that it's turned. And whichever one you trigger on, you read the other one to see if it's high or low, and that'll determine. If encoder 1 is fired, you know it's high if it's on a rising, right? So if encoder 2 is low, you know it's turned to encoder 1. If encoder 2 is high, you know that it was the other edge that triggered and it's going the other way. So maybe this should be either direction. What did it do either? It's on change. But either way, this pin 1 is not changing. And it should be. Oh, I think I just changed to clockwise. What do you mean change to clockwise? I don't understand what that means. There's no direction. I'm moving this both directions. It doesn't matter. The pin is not... I'll try a different wire, a different cable. It's not changing. So unless I can't use 38, let me try to do 2 different I/O. I'll try 14 and 15. Let's try 14 and 15. Pin 1, something is mapping code bias. What? I don't know what that means. There's not a mapping thing. Okay, now I've got pin 1 is changing and pin 2 is not. Which means one of these wires isn't working, or one of the wires is not connected to the motor properly. They would have swapped because I would have changed the order when I plugged them back in. If I take away number 1, the white one, okay, the white cable doesn't, sorry, the yellow cable is not working. If I take away the yellow cable, I'm still getting a change. So let me switch this. Let me switch this wire. It could have been the wire, which would be really unusual, but or it's the ribbon cable. I don't know. No. I mean, it could be the ribbon cable. It's possible. Now, these are not normal DuPont wires. These are those plastic sealed, whatever. They're much better wires, much more reliable. But still, okay. So I'm curious if I'm gonna connect this to the other motor. And see if it'd be crazy if it was the ribbon cable or something else. That might be the other way around. I don't know. Hope this is right. Okay, there we go, look at that. That's working on this motor. So there's something wrong with this cable. Great. If I turn the other motor, that's working. See that? Okay, so let's move everything over to this other motor. Hey Lockie, how you doing? Okay, so this one here is giving us the two states. I'll connect it back up in a second. Let me just get rid of all these logs now again. Well, it's not a wiring issue. This actual cable is just no good. There's something wrong at one end with this. I think. I don't know. I'll have to pull it apart and check it. Yeah, there's been no smoke, which is, I guess, good. But you know, maybe. Okay, so we want to do a move. Actually, no, I just want to see the position for the moment. I don't want to power it up yet. I just want to see if the position will change if I use my hand. It plugs into the motor inside, but to get to it, I need to pull the motors out of the chassis. They're butted up against each other. Okay. Well, that's still not detecting a change. What have I done? So I still don't know if this interrupt is firing. Yeah, that interrupt's not firing. Well, it's not printing a log when it does. It's not printing this. Are we sure this standard bind thing works, Michael? maybe I need to call this outside of the initializer. Is that possible? Maybe it doesn't like being in the initializer. Yeah, I could change that. Let me just add a begin. Okay, so I'll do so if it fires, I'll set the current position to 100. Actually, no, I'll set it to a random number. Yeah, I could have just plussed it. Okay, fine, either way. Not working. Oh wait, did I turn it off printing of it? Wait, I might have turned it off printing. Oh my gosh. No, I forgot to uncomment the print. Sorry, my bad. Remember, this is all uncaffeinated. Oh, it is firing. Look. So it is working. Ah, but that's me moving it into the begin. So let me just check that. Hang on, it's not woohoo yet, John. So the question is it because I moved it out of the constructor? Maybe it didn't like... No, I got rid of the... Ooh. What do you mean one is to say it's 0? Oh, I still got on rise and fall. Yes, I do. True. I just want to see it change. I just want to know if it's because of the... There we go. Okay, so it's changing now. So it was because of the constructor. Now put it back to rising. And now we should get a proper thing. So, don't attach an interrupt in a constructor of a class. I should have known better. That's all it was. Except, there's definitely a wiring problem on the other cable. Like a connector or something. Oh, why does it... God, frustrating. Now you can go woohoo. John, woohoo! Flash. Oh, come on. Should avoid doing stuff at construction. Don't know what the Arduino stuff needs. Initializing. Yep.
Rick the Almighty says woohoo.
Okay, so now, there we go. Yay. Okay. So, now we're going to right, yeah, no, okay, let's just get it going. You should now plug that in, and this should move to 2500 and stop. Yeah, there's a pulse counter, but I tried. I was looking at the API for it, and it was really I couldn't understand it, and I found a plugin. There was a library for it, like that made it easier apparently, and it didn't look any easier. So yeah, there is a pulse counter peripheral, and then I'm also not sure if I can initialize 4 of them because I've got 4 different encoders, right? Well, and I'd need to initialize 2 per motor. Okay, this should start. Oh, it's going backwards. Excellent. So that won't actually work. So I've got the wires back to front. Great. So there should be 6 and 7. So my forward is it's backwards. Come on, flash. I need to stop spamming the serial output. QEI. I don't know what QEI is. There's one in IDF, yes, but couldn't find any Arduino specific example. So whoa. I said stop, and it didn't. It went fast. Why did that happen? Right, so, okay, so to answer to Darren's question, there's a pulse counter peripheral, but I don't know if there's enough. Stop sets 0 on both PWMs, yes. And it could also just be a digital, it could just do a digital write. Maybe that's the problem. But it shouldn't be, it was working before. If it's less than 0, wait, greater than or equals 0, or it's less than, like 1500. I don't know why it just did that. But it's reading the thing fast enough. Yeah, if it went greater than, it should have stopped. But when it stopped, it went fast. It wasn't doing that before when I was doing this. But it is, okay, it's working. But I'm going to have to rewire or pull this one apart, and find out what's going on. Could just be a bent cable. Maybe I've pulled out of the header. Cables are maybe a little bit twisted. A bit hard to see. I need to flip it. See if it does it again. Oh my god, if it's greater than or, it should be and. Oh my god. Stop coding, Sion. Stop means fast. Yes. Now, I don't know much about this other driver. It looks like it would work the same way. See, it's telling it to stop, but it's not stopping. At least it's not going super fast, but laser cutter work on Arduino. What? I don't understand the question. Laser cutter work on the ESP32? Just dig right to stop. All stopped was true. Actually, it won't make any difference. I don't know why it's not stopping. I think 4 rotary encoder counters is possible from reading. Right, but I think I need 8. When you say rotary encoder counters, you're talking about reading 2 I/O? Because I need to know direction. I need to know count and direction. That's 2 pins per motor. So that's 8. 8 pins, and it needs to be tracking. I don't know. I don't really know how it works. I think you can read all 4 motors' direction. Okay, cool. I don't know if I do or I don't, but I mean, they were working, so. I don't think it's an issue with the counter variable. I think it's a. So the stopping and starting was working before. I mean, I can do this. I'll enable this again in a moment, just to show. See, that's not stopping it. Sure, you can make it volatile. The bloody hell. But none of that has to do with the stopping. I don't think that. I mean, okay, I'll make them volatile. Make it volatile. I don't think that was the problem, because if it was, it would have continued printing this log again if the number was different. This should make it turn, stop, turn the other way, stop. See? If I just put this here, you should just go once and stop. So I don't know why it wasn't stopping the loop. See, and it stops. So I put this back. I need to get rid of the logs. Oh, right. Stop that time. Okay, now it's stopping. I don't know. No, it's not. It's so the way it works, the way the encoder works, it's PWM, and it's got an A and a B, and if you PWM A, it goes one direction, and 0 on B, it goes one direction. PWM B and 0 on A goes the other direction. PWM 00 goes nowhere, stops. It's the break. And PWM 00 is the same as the digital write low, but it's currently, it's using on analog write 0, so it's PWM 0, and it's working now. I don't know. So I've got the encoder going on one motor. I can tell it to move in a particular direction at a particular speed. I'm curious to see what 100% speed is. Should we find out what 100% speed is? I hope the encoder can actually keep up. Let's find out. Wow, okay, it did. That was fast, and it stopped. I couldn't imagine how fast that would run. That's a fast wheel. Okay, well, I think that is going to be it for the day. I'll pull apart the cables. I'll have to take the motors out to get the cable out, unfortunately. Unscrew the top here to get it out. I'll probably just pull too hard on one of them, hopefully. I've got other cables. I can replace it with other ones. So I guess the main question is, do I get all this working with all stuff everywhere, or do I finish off my board? Let me quickly load my board file to show you where it's at. It's not even close to finished, but it's made progress. I mean, yeah, okay. Let me load it up. Oh, I'll have to open it at home. So it's not routed yet, but I've started routing. There's a few extra things I want to put on the board, but I've got four motor driver headers with encoders on the sides, motor drivers, caps running off a Nano S3. I've got USB for flashing. I've got a 12 volt source coming in with an LDO to take that down to 5 volts. So I can run it all off 12 volts and I don't have to worry about separate power. I don't care, it's an LDO, doesn't worry me. Backfeed protection. So I just need to finish routing it. I started routing this motor last night and power. I just need to replicate that everywhere. I've got the encoders hooked up for that one. So it looks messy still, but it'll probably only take me another 2 or 3 hours to get this fully routed. Hey Matt, how you doing? Pro engineer by 3. These motor drivers, obviously, these are the DRV 8874s, which I've got here. So they don't handle anywhere near the same level of current, but it should be fine. They peak at 6 amps, and they can do consistent 2.5 amps. And these motors are only supposed to be pulling, forgetting about their brake current, whatever, they're only supposed to be pulling under an amp when they're running. I'm hoping that the 6 amps will be enough for when they spike. I don't know. Some ceramic caps near processor power. Near processor power connections. Do I have ceramic caps leading into the power for the Nano S3? Yes, and I've got ML CCs on the actual Nano S3 as well. Hey, Platinum 21, done some stuff with MIPI DSI with IDF. No. No idea, sorry. Maybe someone else does, but I don't know. So yeah, there's plenty of capacitance on here right now. There's caps on the out of the 5 volt regulator, caps coming in, and plenty of caps on the board. So I want to get this finished either way. But I want to add this SPI camera header, although I'm going to change it to a vertical. I did add some buttons for flashing, but I want to get one of these, and there's a couple of other things. I want to put I did a stemmer QT connector on here, because I want to put in a time of flight, or maybe a couple of time of flight sensors. And the camera header is just for one of the SPI cameras. Michael knows all about those, don't you, Michael? I don't even know where I put them. Those Argicam SPI ones that I can use. I can read them on. So they're slower than the other cameras, but they only take SPI pins. So just to get some basic vision, crappy vision. So I want to get all that on this board. So there's a bit more work to do there, and I should have enough I/O. Extra storage. Why? I've got 8 mega flash. What would I need extra storage for? It's just a motor driver. Like it's controlling. The idea would be I'd interface it with a yeah, the SPI cameras again. I'd interface it with a Raspberry Pi ultimately to do other stuff. Maybe, like if I ever wanted to get any vision, proper vision or anything going with it, I'd be using a Pi with a proper camera, and you know, I'd connect the LiDAR to the Pi. This is just about moving the thing around. I don't want to be controlling the movement through a Raspberry Pi. I want to do that through an SP32. And of course, chat control. We need to get chat being able to move this thing around. Would be good. So I'll need some form of header, like a UART header, to be able to talk to the Pi. Anyway, I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. But in the meantime, I can get 2 of these motor drivers hooked up, wire everything onto, I'll just do it like a proto board or something, for a Pro S3, and I'll be able to do basic moving around just with that. I think it'd be cool. Need a baby gate so it doesn't fall down the stairs. Sure. Well, I could use time of flight sensors for that to detect if there's something ahead, if there's ground ahead or not. But yeah, if the cam uses interrupts, you might find positioning goes. If the cam uses interrupt, I wouldn't use the cam for positioning. It's not for positioning. It's not fast enough or high res enough. But it means I can get something out of it, some basic vision out of it, without having to get it all hooked up to a Pi for now, that's all. In terms of for chat, so chat can see where it's going. But the camera doesn't do interrupts. It's an SPI camera. It's just pure SPI. Well then, I don't know what you're saying. Oh, you're saying it'll interfere with the interrupts from the positioning? Right, no, it won't. Again, it's just SPI. So there shouldn't be any other interrupts running on it, hopefully. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. I'm sorry that took a bit of work to get going, but it is going, and I will spend some time before next week. I'll get the board finished before next week, fingers crossed, at least at a version 1, get that off to get fabbed, and I'll get at least the 2 motor drivers going with the Pro S3 with a battery, so we can power it all from the battery and put it on the ground and move it around, fingers crossed, without it catching fire. Okay, cheers everyone, take care. I will catch you all next week. Have a good week. Bye.